You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Between the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater, Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with tasty treats and Italy's favorite coffee. Have your favorite coffee or just have a midday snack be personally delivered to you at any location in downtown Conroe. All you have to do is call 936-CONROE-C or 936-266-7632.
We'd like to thank our sponsor at Conroe Coffee for supporting Mornings with Lone Star and Lone Star Community Radio. Don't forget to check them out online at conroecoffee.com.
All right, that's some Jay going right there. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings with Lone Star here on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, 9:15. We got our talk block starting at around 10 o'clock today with the Sidney Cochran Show, with Michael Player as our special guest. He's a local musician. But right now, I have the Montgomery County Youth Services in the studio. I have John and Laura. How are you guys doing today? Are you guys okay?
Doing great.
Feeling good, yes.
It's good to have you guys in here. And I just want to remind folks who are listening and online right now, you can go to Montgomery County Youth Services online at youthmc.org for all information that we're going to be covering. John is the CEO. Is that how you are on your business card? And Laura over here is helping you guys out with the gala. That's an annual fundraiser that's coming up, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. So that's the introduction to everybody. So John, if you don't mind, letting the audience know a little bit about Montgomery County Youth Services and how either they can help, volunteer, or participate, or monetary donations, things like that. What is Montgomery County Youth Services?
Well, Montgomery County Youth Services, first thing I want to make clear is we're a private nonprofit charity. We are not a county agency, and although our name says Montgomery County, we're supported by the community, individual donors, corporate donors, people stepping up to help kids. And so we've been around since 1979 and have had a presence in our community. And we serve all of Montgomery County and all kids and families. And we do that through a variety of programs. We have probably our largest program that people many times don't even know about is our youth and family counseling program. So I tell people, well, you got a 14-year-old that's making you kind of crazy. We're going to be the guys you're going to come to. Families are struggling these days. These are challenging times for kids and for families. And sometimes they just need somebody, kids need somebody to talk to. Family, mom is wondering, something's wrong with Johnny. I'm not sure if he's, is he into drugs? I don't like the kids he's hanging around with. He seems depressed. And they don't have the resources to go to see a private psychologist, psychiatrist. We're the only game in town. We're the only organization in Montgomery County that provides counseling at no charge to kids and families. And last year in our counseling programs, we saw almost 3,000 kids and families.
Wow.
In terms of services. And we have offices all over Montgomery County. We have one here in Conroe. We have one in the Woodlands, one in New Caney, and then one in Magnolia. And young people, families call up. That's a big decision for a parent to call and say, hey, I need some help with my kids. And the first thing we do is make sure they realize they're not a failure as a parent. The kid's not a bad kid. What teenager wants to come to counseling? So we kind of demystify the whole process. We join families and kids in helping the family. We feel like the kids and the families have strengths that they haven't tapped into. So what can we do to bring those forward? The counseling is usually short term. We usually can get the family and the kid back on back in terms of better functioning. Most of our referrals are going to come from the school systems. The counselors, the teachers, they're the ones that are going to see that Johnny or Susie is struggling. So we also do a lot of work in the schools. We partner with the schools. The schools now, their focus is on education as it should be, but the young people can't be educated if they're struggling, if they're suffering from depression, anxiety, family problems. And so we do a lot of counseling in the schools. The school counselors say, I got a group of kids who have experienced a death or are Maybe we got a girls group of need to get along with each other, or a boys group. I affectionately refer to it as the knucklehead boy because I was a knucklehead boy and can appreciate the fact that boys need some place to go with some of the things they can't go to their parents. So we do counseling in the schools. And the other thing we do, I think that sets us apart, we have our phones are answered 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So we oftentimes get kids and families in crisis. My board chair, Jeff Shipley, says we're the ones that run into the fire. So we're the ones that are there at all hours to help kids and families, make sure if a young person is suffering from depression, certainly one of the things we're most concerned about is suicide amongst our young people. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death amongst young people, both nationwide and here in Montgomery County. We responded to many either suicides or suicide attempts. We're the ones that if there's a death in a school somewhere due to some sort of tragedy, we're the ones that you hear on the news, well, the counselors were at the school this morning. That's us. That's our organization that's at the schools helping the school and the young people heal. So we deal a lot with homeless youth. Many people are surprised to know that there's homeless young people in our community. We find them living under bridges. We call them couch surfers. So they stay at Johnny's house for a little bit and Susie's house for a little bit. And our goal is to get those young people a safe place to stay. We find them in Conroe. We find them in the Woodlands, in East Montgomery County. And so we're hoping that we can get them a safe place to stay. And then the other program that we offer, again, that nobody else does here in Montgomery County is we have an emergency shelter for young people, ages 10 to 17. It's here in Conroe, and it's a 15-bed facility for boys and girls. And these young people have been removed from their home due to abuse, neglect. They may be runaways. We've gotten young people from all over the country that end up in our shelter. And what we do there is we provide love, hope, and understanding. We provide a safe place for them to be until we can get them, hopefully, either back home or in a foster home. And just think about it from a child's perspective. You're a 14-year-old, and last night you were in your own home, and this morning you're in an emergency shelter because of some abuse, neglect, and so you're scared. You're not sure what the future is going to hold, and our job is to make them feel safe and loved. And so the other part of your question was, how can the community help? And so there's lots of opportunities. In a minute, you'll hear from Laura, who's going to talk a little bit about our gala, and I know there's a lot of help that we need in pulling that off. There's volunteer opportunities at our shelter. We look for mentors, tutors, people that can come in and enjoy working with young people and can help us build skills in these young people as they go through the struggles at the shelter. We can use help in our offices. We always need, we're very lean administratively as nonprofits would be, so we always need help with administrative duties, answering phones, helping enter data into some of our databases, because our counselors and our development people who raise money are out there hustling, and we can always use help there. Some places do, we own properties in Conroe. That's where our Conroe office is, and our shelter. Some groups come in and do service projects. So paint, yard work, small construction projects. Those are things that we oftentimes need. Donations. Our young people at the shelter come to us with just the clothes on their back many times. So they don't have any clothes. We need to make sure they have clothes, that they have towels and sheets and blankets and those kind of things, because we want to make sure. One thing that's really important to us in our shelter is we want that experience to be as normal of a teenage experience as possible. They're not home with their family, but they're going to have an experience. They go to school just like any other kids. They can participate in after-school activities. We have young people that play on the football team. They attend the Willis Public Schools. And so we have some groups we have a couple of groups that come in. They call it the girls' night out, and so they take the girls out from the shelter and they get their hair done or do stuff that these girls don't have a chance to experience. Boys groups, boys want to play basketball, they want to throw the football around, and so those are some of the things that the community can help us with. So you mentioned earlier our website to www.youthmc.org. I would encourage people to go to that and see how they can help.
Yes, it does have a lot of information there. That website is youthmc.org. We also have Laura here, who is the chair part of the gala. So it's Yes to Youth Gala. It's happening on September 30th. Laura, can you give the audience an idea about what's going on September 30th and how this gala helps out the folks with the youth of Montgomery County?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you, John, as well. I hear about this all the time. I talk about this all the time. This organization still keeps me in awe of what they do for this community, and I am so proud to be a part of it. There's such a great need. So with that said, keeping the cause in mind, we have our annual gala, which is our biggest fundraiser of the year. And this year it is September 30th, as you said. It's going to be at the Woodlands Waterway Marriott. The theme is super fun this year. It's Caribbean Nights. We're going to have a lot of really fun activities, dancing, DJ, live auction, just a really good time to help raise money for the great cause that we have. It is called the Yes to Youth Gala. You can get more information at yestoyouthgala.org. There's also an email address, gala, G-A-L-A, at youthmc.org. All of the money goes back to the cause and goes back to the youth and the children, which is what this is all about. And it's just a really great cause, and we hope that you'll come, donate. We have sponsorships and underwriting opportunities available. So, yes, it's going to be a fun night. We're really excited about it.
Again, folks, if you're interested, that is yestoyouthgala.org. Laura, and this is also a volunteer thing for you, correct?
Yes, we would love to have volunteers. There's lots of opportunities. We need help the weekend of. There's always a need at the shelter. There's lots of needs. If anyone wants to volunteer, please, that email address again is gala, G-A-L-A, at youthmc.org, and we'd be happy to get back with you and find an opportunity for you.
All right, John, Laura, thank you so much for coming in and letting the public know about this event coming up and also the year-round stuff you do for the youth in need here in Montgomery County. Just to let people know, the website, again, is youthmc.org for more information on how to donate, see what the services are. If you do have a child that is in need of help and what you heard from John, and that's something that falls under what you need, contact them, youthmc.org. They also have a phone number. It's answered 24/7, 888-756-8682. I'm going to put all this information on our Facebook. If you're just not joining us, we're having the Youth Services of Montgomery County in. And we're going to put this on YouTube and stuff like that with the links that John and Laura have been talking about. We're going to get back to the music, so thanks you guys for coming in. I hope you guys have an enjoyable rest of the day.
Thank you so much.
Right now it is 9:27. Coming up on Lone Star Community Radio is more music. If you have a song request, let us know. We're going to be playing whatever you want to do. We also have the Cindy Cochran Show coming up at 10 o'clock, starting with our talk block. Here's some Jason Young for you.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Between the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater, Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with tasty treats and Italy's favorite coffee. Have your favorite coffee or just have a midday snack be personally delivered to you at any location in downtown Conroe. All you have to do is call 936-CONROE C or 936-266-7632.
We'd like to thank our sponsor at Conroe Coffee for supporting Mornings with Lone Star and Lone Star Community Radio. Don't forget to check them out online at conroecoffee.com.
Attention movie lovers, The Ticket Stub is a new radio show servicing Montgomery County that is meant for you. The Ticket Stub is available live every Thursday at noon on FM 104.5 and 106.1, as well as anytime on OurLoneStar.com. Connor and Dick will let you know what's coming out in the theater, what is worth streaming, and what's going on in the world of film. The Ticket Stub, your home for movie talk.
Thanks for checking out this podcast of Lone Star Community Radio, Montgomery County's community radio station. If you enjoyed this recording, make sure to check out our past shows online at irlonestar.com or their respective video or podcast formats on YouTube, Google Play, or iTunes. If you have any questions regarding the show, either it being about sponsorships or questions for the host, contact the station manager at dick@irlonestar.com or call the station at 936-647-3776. This show was recorded in downtown Conroe, Texas at the Lone Star Community Radio Studios, and Lone Star Community Radio reserves all rights to this recording and images.